Theory of Everything is made possible in part by Parachute, luxury bedding at an accessible price. Go to parachutehome.com/theory, use the offer code theory, and Parachute will give you $25 off your first order. Learn more later in the show.
You are listening to Benjamin Walker's Theory of Everything. This installment is called InstaSurfs Part 2.
Here we go. Back to Chipotle. God damn it. Yeah, I'll accept it, because what else am I going to do? Alright. Today is June 15th, and I'm driving around making deliveries for Postmates. It's halfway through the month, and so far I've made $696.81 from the sharing economy. At least, that's what's been deposited into my bank account. I haven't really worked out all the expenses yet, but it's at least $100 for gas mileage alone.
How you doing?
Hey, good. Jonah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. You too. These interactions with the customers are all super quick. It's really hard to make yourself tip-worthy. But I did hand this one group of girls their order, like, I was standing on the sidewalk and I handed it up to the second-story terrace. And they said, extra points for you. But I don't know if that means an extra tip. All right. And accepted. The onboarding session people called that the sound of money. But I think they should call it the sound of Chipotle. The agreement I made with Benjamin was that I would only work sharing economy jobs this month, so we could present a first-person view of what it's like to work in this thing that people call the sharing economy. He likes to call it the on-demand economy, and I think that's okay, but if I was in charge, I would probably call it the pyramid scheme economy. I've kept up my end of the bargain. But the only reason I'm going to survive this month is because I finally got some checks from some film jobs I did in April. So I can make my quarterly tax payment. As for Benjamin, what the hell is he doing? Lounging around in France? I'm like making his podcast for him. I don't even know how to do this. But I do hope that you can all hear how much better I am with the mic this time. Can I get an extra scoop of the spicy salsa? Technically, you can get anything you want delivered via Postmates. As a customer, I used it once to get cigarettes delivered to me on set. But here in San Francisco, people mainly use it for food deliveries. No, rejected. Like many sharing economy businesses, the Postmates worker-facing app totally sucks compared to the customer-facing app. I can really only accept or decline jobs, and it's never clear what kind of jobs they are. And today, I seem to be getting all the shitty ones. Postmates lets customers track you on the GPS, which is great for them, but it's kind of weird for us. Like, I imagine this guy who just ordered this burrito from Chipotle, he's probably staring at the app, fuming, deducting a percentage point for my tip every time I circle the block. But this Chipotle is on Market Street. Does he think I can just pull up and walk inside? He probably does. I'm just gonna call customer support. Hey, sorry, I'm just having a really hard time finding parking. Do you have any recommendations as far as parking or anything?
I would try to find parking off, like, not on a main street, like in like an alley or something. That might be the best way to go.
Okay, do you know what the smallest ticket offense would be, like a hydrant something?
I have no idea, to be honest. I have no idea. I think maybe parking in a driveway might be your best bet because the owners would have to call a tow company, so you should be out of there by then. I'm not 100% sure, though. I don't want to give you false information.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, then. Yeah, have a good one.
You too.
Bye-bye.
So, no clear answers from Central Command. I hope at least they aren't deducting points as they watch me drive around in circles. Also, I wonder if they track me when I'm not working. I should make sure to turn off the app when I'm not using it. Okay, yes, I submit. If you stack your orders, the app does stop beeping, but that can be stressful too. Like, I have no idea how big or complicated the orders are when I accept them. And now I have 2. Customer service has only placed one of these orders ahead of time. But if there's a long line, I'm gonna be fucked. Okay, fuck it. I'm double parking.
Hello?
Hey, Joy.
Oh, yeah, hold on 1 second.
Thank you very much.
Okay, for sure.
You too. Have a good night.
Have a good one.
Oh, thanks. I can't believe how many people are using this app to get one burrito from Chipotle delivered. I mean, the whole point of Postmates is that you can get anything you want. You know, are these people unaware of the amazing Mexican food in the city? Or do they just not care? Or do they actually prefer Chipotle? One day I should pick up a real burrito and deliver it to somebody and just say, sorry, the Chipotle burned down. I suppose that could go either way. I could get somebody who just moved here and is really genuinely grateful that I turned them onto a real burrito. Or I could get some tech bro with Asperger's who freaks out and threatens to sue me. Wow. Another Chipotle order. All right, so now I'm at Sam Tung's, a real Chinese restaurant. Fortunately, customer service put the order in ahead of time, so all I have to do is wait in line. The line at Sam Tung's was insanely long. It went all the way to the sidewalk. The waiters were all pissed and constantly asking us to move back and forth so they could squeeze by us, but there was very little forward motion. We were in it for the long haul. The guy in front of me was wearing a DoorDash hoodie. I said, hello. You from DoorDash?
Yeah.
I'm Postmates.
Oh, really?
How's DoorDash?
Sometimes I just waiting all the day.
He told me he likes DoorDash because he gets a base pay of $15 an hour. As a Postmate, I'm only guaranteed $4.80 per order. But he said he spends a lot of time waiting around, and he was super nervous because he was parked illegally, so I saved a spot in line while he went to check on his car, as if that would keep him from getting a ticket.
It's a very long line.
After about 15 minutes of waiting in line, I realized I need to call Postmates and let them know that I'm running late.
Oh, okay. Alright, then I'll just try and do a reassign here, then I'll work on that thing.
Okay, thank you. It was actually really stressful just standing around, knowing that the people in Postmates Central Command and the customer were both unhappy. When I got close to the registers, I noticed another guy frantically looking from his phone to the kitchen and back. Postmates, I asked. Nope. It was another DoorDasher.
Now they're not. They said that people were frauding the system.
What?
So they're taking away the hourly.
This one told me that they were actually getting rid of the hourly pay.
$15 an hour base pay?
Something like that. Like, it was like 14.
You see, these companies change their policies like all the time. There was probably an app update while we were waiting in line. On my way out, I took one last look at the line, and about half the people were staring at their phones, sweating bullets, waiting for that call from customer support, telling them that it's gonna be okay. You know, paying somebody to do your waiting in line is like paying somebody to turn you into an asshole. All these tedious, boring, unpleasant things are reminders that we're all in this together, and that we are members of the same team. Waiting in line with each other is one of those things that keeps us human. Of course, the people who use all these apps, they believe that the people who wait in lines are suckers. They probably even like watching us on their app, doing nothing. It's probably what keeps them coming back to Postmates. Postmates should change its slogan. Instead of delivery in less than an hour, it could be Watch some poor slob, whose time is less valuable than yours, stand around in line for an hour from the comfort of your own couch. But seriously, I think I had it all wrong about this sharing economy work. Sure, these companies are trying to turn its workers into robots, but it's the customers. They are the ones who have lost their humanity. And to tell you the truth, I kind of feel sorry for the customer, because he is depriving himself of a human experience that allows him to feel empathy, not just for their girlfriends or boyfriends or kids or coworkers, but for all of us, for every man, woman, and child on the street. How can you be truly empathetic to your fellow man if you can't even bear to wait in line with him for a burrito? Okay. So I finally got the food, but it's an hour and 20 minutes after the order was placed. And I'm only guaranteed $5 for this delivery. Okay. Decline. Okay, fuck it. It's time to take control here. Not only am I going to shake this customer's hand, but I'm going to make him invite me in. And I'm going to tell him about all the people that I met in line. And I'm going to explain to him how Postmates is putting his humanity at risk. Okay, that didn't quite work out. I mean, even the shaking his hand made him pretty uncomfortable. Okay, next time I'm going to start by asking if I can use the bathroom. That could work.
One of my favorite books ever written about work is Nickel and Dimed by Barbara Ehrenreich. This is the one in which she goes undercover to learn what it's like to be a low-wage worker in America in the late 1990s. Pushing brooms, running registers, and stocking shelves, Ehrenreich blazes past all the polarizing debates about unskilled labor. She exposes the real humiliations and hardships millions of Americans face every day working low-wage jobs. I've been waiting for quite some time now for a nickel and dimed about the sharing economy. And while there have been a number of really great undercover exposés about Uber and other platforms, I've yet to come across a serious piece about the workers of the sharing economy itself. And trust me, I've been looking. Most journalists, when they do write about the sharing economy, tend to obsess on the customer experience. For example, a few months ago, the writer Annie Lowry conducted an experiment for New York Magazine. For 2 weeks, she fobbed all of her chores and errands on services like Instacart, Postmates, and Washio. And while I'm by no means critiquing the value of her experiment, I do find it puzzling that the outcome surprised her. Of course her personal productivity soared. What did she think was going to happen? She had people doing her cooking, cleaning, shopping, and washing. It was this article that made me decide to do something about the sharing economy for the podcast. And while it was easy to find my own Instapotter and set him loose, it's been difficult, actually, to find people to talk about the workers of the sharing economy.
I think probably the biggest reason that we aren't talking about the workers and we aren't acknowledging the workers is because these companies have told us they aren't workers.
Susie Cagle is a Bay Area journalist, cartoonist, and freelancer. She writes a lot about labor issues and sharing economy workers.
I focus so much on the worker because at least in the Bay Area, I feel like everyone is focused on the customer. It is much more rare that I hear anybody talking about the worker. I went to a sharing